Hello there and welcome back. I'm Karen Maestro, your self-care coach, breast cancer and BRCA2 thriver. And thank you for joining me as we go through this 30-day energy boosting adventure for breast cancer survivors. As one myself, I know how drained and exhausted we can feel after treatment is over. And I know that I was kind of taken aback by that feeling, to be honest. I wasn't warned. None of my doctors had said anything to me. And I remember Googling, and perhaps you've been doing the same thing, right? And Googling and going on Pinterest and saying, is this normal? Am I supposed to feel like this? Or is there something wrong with me, right? Is there something that I need to be seeing my doctor about? And I wish I'd have known then what I know now. And that's why I am so passionate about sharing these tips with you and letting you know that it is normal to feel this way. However, and this is what I've learned because I've been putting into practice all the tools that I'm sharing with you over these 30 days, is that just because it's considered normal does not mean that we need to just suck it up and accept it. Not when there are so many things that we can do easily and simply to change those energy levels. And that's the purpose of this whole adventure, right? Now, I know for so many of us, when we're drained and exhausted, we look for that, what I call false energy, right? We look for that quick energy boost by either grabbing coffee all day or energy drinks or drinks with electrolytes or soda or whatever it might be, to boost us up to get us through the day. Not my place to judge, right? But this is what I want you to know is, are those drinks serving you or hindering you? And is there a better way? That's partly where, I mean, you know, ultimately I'm a Brit, right? I grew up in the UK. And I guess my love of tea started when I grew up in the UK. However, at that point, it was black tea with a little bit of milk. And now, as I've gone through my own health journey, as I've gone through my breast cancer journey, I've noticed that tea is so much more than, can be so much more than just a drink. And so our tip for today to boost our energy is to have a quiet cup of green tea. And let me tell you why, right? I find something so soothing about the ceremony of drinking tea, right? For me, it's like hitting the pause button and taking a moment. Now, we can certainly put the kettle on, pour the tea, go about it, sip it, not give it a thought. And that may be what you're doing right now. It's what I used to do. Yeah. Until I learned that we can do it a different way. So we can kind of hit that pause button. We can make our cup of tea. We can make a choice of the tea that we want based on what our body is saying it needs. So for me, you know, I talk to my body a lot, right? So it's like, hey, body, what do you need? You know, so if I'm feeling a little bit of heartache or sadness, then I want a fourth chakra tea or a throat tea, or my habit before bed is a green tea that's got ginger and a little bit of peppermint to help my body digest. It's actually called happy tummy tea. So I've gotten into the habit, and this is what I would love for you to do, is to choose a tea based on what you need. That doesn't mean that you need to have a whole cupboard full of teas. Yes, I have one. Don't tell anybody. I love my tea. What can I tell you? But teas are not created equal is what we need to know, right? But this is where, and I'm going to share with you why green teas are a great place to start. Now, warm is my preference, and I would encourage you to have warm tea. But if it's no tea or iced tea, then make it iced because you're still going to get some of those benefits. Warm, you're going to get more benefits. Plus, I think that warm often feels more soothing. So when we're talking about trying to boost our energy, these are some of the reasons why I love green tea to help with that, right? Green tea has been shown then it may provide some protection against certain cancers, breast cancer and all of our gynecological cancers included in that. So you may say, Karen, how's that affect my energy levels? Well, I don't know about you, but how much time do you spend being fearful and afraid of getting sick again? It's a black cloud that follows most of us around. But let's say that every time you're looking over your shoulder, waiting for the other shoe to drop, how many times a day are you doing this, right? How much energy are you spending on the fear of what may never happen? If your energy is going there, it's draining you, it's sucking you dry. I get it. This journey is scary. I'm not saying that I'm not afraid of getting sick again. But what I do is I take all of the steps that I can to prevent that from happening. I don't just sit here and wait. And so if sitting there for my afternoon cup of tea, and that tea is a green tea or a green tea base, and it's going to help prevent those cancers, then that kind of frees up quite a bit of energy, right? Emotional energy, psychological energy, mental energy. Because I can say, hey, you know what? I'm doing something for me. I'm doing something to decrease that risk factor. Does that make sense? I hope so. Another reason is that these antioxidants help repair any cell damage, right? Green tea is loaded in antioxidants. Super good. And so what is cell damage? I mean, a very big umbrella here, a very big description, like brief description would be, you know, if we think about, we know that chemotherapy, right, breaks us down so that it can build us back up. There are cells that are damaged through that. Cell damage is caused by our cancer. Cell damage can be caused by inflammation. All of these things are what we go through as we go through our breast cancer journey. So we want those antioxidants to help build up our system again, to repair those cells that were damaged, boost our immune system, all of which are going to help with our energy levels, right? Now, as I said, green tea is loaded with antioxidants, but it's also a major anti-inflammatory. Now, inflammation is the root cause of all serious disease, cancers included. All serious disease starts with inflammation in our body. Everything I talk about, the food, the stress, the toxins, and the self-care are all intended to help you reduce inflammation in your body. That is always my underlying intention. Why? Number one, it's going to increase your energy. Yes, please. Number two, it's going to help reduce your risk of getting sick again. Right? So there's that mental relief. Okay, I'm doing something. I feel good about what I'm doing. At least I'm not just sitting here waiting for that other shoe to drop, constantly looking over your shoulder, right? So those anti-inflammatory properties are going to help increase your energy. Green tea has also been shown to boost our mood, right? Again, we all know, because feeling low, depressed, blue, anxious, stressed out, overwhelmed, those are all side effects that are very common to our breast cancer journey, right? So if we can drink a cup of tea that is going to help boost our mood, help lower our anxiety levels, help increase our brain function, right? Get rid of that brain fog. That doesn't just come from chemotherapy, by the way. I was fortunate enough to not have to undergo chemotherapy, but I still suffered from brain fog. The medication, I'm on letrozole, so the medication did that. Menopause did that. And as I've said throughout this series, menopause is a side effect that most of us are dealing with because of our breast cancer journey. And so if that's the case, and we can do something to help alleviate that brain fog, which is exhausting, right? It's mentally tiring. It's mentally exhausting. We're trying to have these thoughts. It's not coming. We're trying harder. We're trying harder. We're getting frustrated. We're beating ourselves up. It's draining. And so why would we not drink a cup of tea to help with that if we can? Seems pretty simple to me, right? So let's recap just those couple of things and why a green tea is good. And studies do show that 3 to 5 cups a day is good. I probably don't have that much of green tea because I'm having other teas dotted in there. Then maybe start with 2 or 3 and see how you do with it. Don't have it too late at night. For some people, it can be a stimulant. We don't want that. That would be counterintuitive. We want more energy during the day. We don't want it at night so that we're up all night, right? So green tea has been shown to provide some protection against cancers, breast cancer and gynecological cancers included, gynecological being cervix, ovarian, uterine cancers, things like that, right? Antioxidants to help repair the cell damage. Yes, please. Anti-inflammatory properties. Yes, big win. Get that inflammation out of there. And then boost our mood, right? When our mood is better, we feel lighter. We feel like we've got more energy. We feel like we're more likely to be able to conquer the world and step into this best life that is there waiting for us to come and take. And if you don't believe that yet, hang out with me for a little bit longer because you are going to learn that your best life is yet to come. And I promise you that. Yeah. So hang out with me for the next 15 days. You'll see some other really cool things coming your way. If you did not yet grab your calendar so that you can go back and revisit these 30 days of energy boosting tips, you don't necessarily need to follow along and do all 30. Pick and choose what works for you. The idea is not to be stressed. So I'm not saying to you, hey, go out and add 30 things into your day. I think that's going to make you even more tired, right? I know it would me, right? But what I'm offering you is 1 page for you to print out, for you to put on the fridge, take a photo of with your phone, put it on your clipboard in front of your laptop or computer, put it on the bathroom mirror if you want to. So that when you are starting to feel your energy waning, you can go up and say, oh, that one works for me. And guess what? That cup of green tea that we're talking about today is one of the easiest ones that you can do. Because it can literally be the difference between grabbing a cup of green tea or a cup of coffee. Which one is more beneficial to your body and your health and your energy levels right now? I think you just learned. Right? Okay, that's it for today, guys. Day 16. I'm your host, Karen Del Maestro. You can find me over at karendelmaestro.com, or if you haven't yet joined the Healthy Living After Breast Cancer Facebook community as we continue through this 30-day amazing energy boosting adventure. Okay, bye for now. I'll see you tomorrow.